Hi, everyone. Tom Zanka, The Deep State. I've been following Bible prophecy and as a journalist following current events for many years. And I had seen a kind of a script going along with the, following the Bible, these current events coming to pass. But I didn't know who might be driving this script. And then Donald Trump came along and Fox News, and they start talking about the deep state, which was one time with conspiracy theory. Now they made it a real thing. So I said, okay, if the deep state really existed, how might they operate? And that's what I think.
And that's how you came upon making this film.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Hi, I'm John Horowitz. I wrote and directed On the Line. I was a telemarketer for a few months after college.
It was from personal experience.
Yes, it was soul crushing, and I got out as quickly as I could. But I sort of tucked it away and was like, this would actually make a great show. I met a lot of really interesting people while I was working there, and On the Line actually turns into more of an ensemble, 11-person cast, and you meet a lot of different characters with each episode.
How many episodes are there?
There's 6 episodes.
Great.
Yeah, the first season.
My name is on?
Yes.
My name is Cole Bannock. I'm here representing Queen's English. Usually they don't look as sunburned as they were in this version. Not sure what happened there.
I was wondering if that was like a choice or
Nope,
not.
it's not. Something,
I was kind of into it.
yeah, something happened there. Anyways, I'm one of many producers who are part of this series, Queen's English. It's 7 episodes. You can find us online. Our whole mission is really just representing LGBTQ voices in works. Our stories led entirely by a team and cast and crew of primarily LGBT artists.
Great. I was going to ask how you cast that. Did you know the actors already, or was it?
It was the Chris and Tyler, who are the executive producers, the creators behind it. They, a number of them are people they went to school with initially. A number of them are people that we cast as well. I came onto the project a little bit later, but still,
Yeah.
100% glad to be a part of it.
Terrific.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Rolfs. I'm the co-creator and co-writer of Disavow. This idea had kind of a complicated origin because it started as a feature originally. But our idea was kind of to try to combine this sort of dystopian, like Black Mirror-esque look at the mental health care system with sort of the deeply human component of what it's like to actually deal with mental illness, like on a person-to-person level, and just sort of bring that to light, since that's something that's not really talked about very often in media.
Absolutely. Yeah, great.
Hey, my name is Washington Kirk. I created Frederick Douglass Boulevard, and I guess
You were also acting.
yeah, I was also in it.
Also the actor.
I was also in it. And the idea, the genesis of the idea, I was actually sitting in the cafe that we shot in my neighborhood. I live in Harlem. I have for the last 12 or so years on and off. And I had just gotten back from California. I've been out there for a few years actually. I got back to Harlem, and the pace had changed. It accelerated a little bit. I needed some coffee, so I went to this cafe. It was pretty nice, and looking around. I was the only Black thing in that cafe, and there was nothing in the cafe to indicate that they were operating in Harlem, the capital of Black America, the most famous Black neighborhood in the world, etc. And it made me feel a kind of way, and I wanted to tap the person ahead of me in line and tell them about my conflicted feelings, because the coffee was good. But I resisted. But I thought that that impulse was to be fodder for a story to explore my complicated feelings about Harlem gentrification. So.
Absolutely. Great.
Hi, Jake Diamond, director, doing great. And this project came about from 2 things. The first is probably an unhealthy obsession with how I'm doing compared to my peers. And the second is I met the main actress who's the inspiration for this, Lindsay Brill. She's here. And I started a performance, and We talked afterwards, and she said, "Are you writing a series?" And I said, "No." And it all just kind of came out from that. So, thanks, Lynn. And that's about it.
Great, great. So I'm gonna open this up to anyone in the audience if you have any questions for our panel here. Another quiet crowd. The last crowd also took them a second. Anyway, one back there.
Tom, for Teach State, you must have an endless list of things to cover, right? Because it's happening
it's
around us. How do you go about selecting what's for the next?
It's definitely a current events-driven series. I took the X-Files, I took shows like that, paranormals, and I put them together with real events. And so you're right, there's a lot of fodder out there, but that's what makes it very scary, is that all the events we're talking about in there, Syria, Turkey, all that stuff, that's real, So I'm not making that world up. So it's a fictional world in case with current events. But you're right, as long as, we keep going on like this with events around the world, yeah, we're gonna have plenty of episodes.
Endless material there. Go ahead.
Was that Behold the Pale Horse on the nightstand?
It was, are you familiar with it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Cooper wrote that.
Cooper, yeah. Did you take stuff from that book as well?
Absolutely, yeah. The book he's referring to, Behold the Pale Horse,
Behold the Pale
by
Horse.
William Cooper. He was a whistleblower from the Vietnam War, and he had seen a lot of stuff in documents. And he started blowing the whistle, and he was suicided. And
After 9/11.
they shut him up. But his book was amazing, So thank you for recognizing that.
A suggested read there.
Yeah.
Anyone else? Yeah.
I was just curious where Petrochem's photograph is going, and if we can find it anywhere, just content-wise and like in the world.
That's the only episode that we shot.
You can handle it.
That's the only episode that we shot, but we are shooting some more in 3 weeks actually. So there should be at least 2 more episodes forthcoming. So hopefully.
All on the same topic, I'm assuming.
Actually, it's sort of a 2-pronged story. So it's broadly about nostalgia for Harlem, the Harlem that maybe never was, and also for a certain period of hip hop, so-called golden era hip hop.
Awesome.
So.
Yeah, great. Any other questions? Last chance. Right there, we're missing some. Sorry, go ahead.
I have a question that's kind of for everyone. What was each of your favorite part about the entire process from starting the script to getting it on the screen?
Did everyone hear that? What was your favorite process from beginning to end there? Go ahead, actually, if you want to, we'll pass it down to the end, and you can all say something really quickly. That's a great question, actually. Favorite thing?
That's a tough one. Oh, God, I'm going to go diplomatic. A little bit of everything. If I had to say one thing, discovery kind of in the writing process was really enjoyable.
Okay.
Anytime an actor said yes to being in it.
Was casting hard for that, or was it?
It was surprisingly not that difficult.
Okay.
I mean, my kind of first love in all of this is writing, so I liked to be able to work with, we have a full season of 8 episodes actually, only one of which has been shot so far, but we wrote all 8 at the same time, so really getting to like dive in and be with those characters for a period of months was really exciting to me. But there's nothing better than like actually being on set and you're watching people like put effort in and like into making your thing. Like that's just the coolest thing in the world to me.
Great.
I'd say for me the most exciting part is when you finally hit the editing room.
Okay.
And you're seeing everything that has been shot, everything that you kind of visualized, and reimagining it again in the way that you initially imagined it, and then in new ways to make it even better than you initially thought it could be.
Great, and putting it all together.
Absolutely, it's the best part.
Yeah.
When we did a bunch of rehearsals and read-throughs, and so it was interesting to sort of see it come to life from what I'd written. So I'd seen it and heard it a bunch, But when we finally started filming and just seeing the characters come to life and the jokes hit in different ways than I ever anticipated and making me laugh after I'd already written the jokes 100 times, that was by far just the most satisfying, just super fun part of the whole thing. We shot it in 5 days, and it was the hardest thing I've ever done, I think. But it was also like the most fun and just the best thing I've done, so.
Great.
Yeah, for me, it was definitely casting. I love casting. I love when an actor comes in and just blows me away, you know? This is my first production. I used all SAG actors. So that was really, you really see the talent really come through. And I think that's why the casting here, I think, was terrific for my show. That was great.
Great. Anyone else, really quickly before we're almost done here? I'm going to ask you one last thing, so we'll hand it back down here. Tell us how many episodes and what's next? Where can we see this? What's going to happen next for each of the pieces?
I have 10 episodes. Well, we shot 4. You can find them all on the YouTube channel, the Deep State web series, or on Starable.com, STAREBLE.com. That's a community for web series only. That's a great place to see.
So we can find it there.
Yeah.
Great.
Like I said, season 1 is 6 episodes. It's on onthelinewebseries.com. It'll basically redirect you to YouTube, but it's way easier to find it if you just go to onthelinewebseries.com. Hopefully season 2. We need some more money to do that, but otherwise season 2 is
always the problem, right?
Queen's English, you can find us. We're on YouTube as well. We also are on queensenglishTV.com. We have episodes 1 through 7, all streaming. We've been circulating the country, all kinds of festivals everywhere, coast to coast. We're looking forward to hopefully doing another season.
Great.
Yeah, like I said earlier, there are 8 episodes in this first season. The pilot is the only one we've shot so far. We're looking to raise more money before we make the rest of it. And it's not available online yet, unfortunately, so you all got like a sneak peek that nobody's going to see for a while. But yeah, we're just going to raise some money and keep making
going.
Yeah.
Great.
The only episode we shot is the pilot. We have an entire first season of 8 episodes written. In 3 weeks, we're going to shoot 2 additional episodes, and then we need to find some more money to make the rest of the season. We've got 4 seasons sketched out. Yeah, that's it. You can check out the project, www.foodanddrinkboulevard.com, and you can follow us on the gram at Food and Drink Boulevard.
Perfect.
We got 6 episodes in the first season. It's all on YouTube, Doing Great, and doinggreatseries.com. And this is basically the pilot for a TV show. So the idea is to get as many views as possible, and next phase is we're going to try to turn it into a TV series.
All right, terrific. All right, thank you guys so much for being here. Let's give a little round of applause for that.